Tonight, Stephen Harper is back in hot water over scientist Muzzling. When reached for comment, the scientist stated, "A Thai man was caught with over 10% of the world's plowshare tortoise population in his bag. Well, guess what, authorities? I've got over 10% of the future human population in my bag, and it is 100% biodegradable. This is the ENV." Good evening! My name is Guy Riel, and if you like S&M, Canadian politics just got sexy, because we're taking on the surprisingly stimulating practice of muzzling federal scientists. Just feels right. The issue is back on everyone's lips because the Information Commissioner of Canada was asked to investigate whether the current policy breaches the Access to Information Act. The controversial policy forbids scientists from speaking to the media without government approval. Detractors such as Democracy Watch and the University of Victoria's Environmental Law Clinic, who filed the complaint, claim that this requirement effectively gives the government the ability to censor scientists and manipulate scientific understanding by delaying their approval processes and by selecting which media inquiries to respond to. Now, we all know, Harper and I are pretty much besties. He even invited me to join him and his life partner at their grotto. So I thoroughly oppose these attacks. Harper just wants scientists to tell the truth. A few years back, the long-form census was about to tell Canadians that poor people exist, but boo! Not on Harper's watch. The National Roundtable on the Environment and Economy supports a climate tax. My boy Harper knows it's time for the budget acts. Bam! The Conservative government just doesn't want to see the Canadian people being misled. So naturally, they've got everyone on leashes. Whenever scientists want to go around with their peer-reviewed lies about the oil sands or polar bears, the government needs to be able to just bring them back to daddy. Oh God, you're beautiful. Wouldn't want you running onto the street and losing your funding now, would we? No. No. Don't speak. Don't speak. The past few weeks have witnessed a resurgence in the fight to allow scientists to sing like the little birds they are. New organizations such as Evidence for Democracy have been popping up to push for government reforms. But what they don't understand is that this is all a part of the new Canada. Once you get that, it all falls into place. Let me paint you a little picture. Ginger, Instagram me. It's 2017. America remains marred in debt and is in need of an emotional boost. Newly elected President Bush knows the United States can't afford another war in the Middle East, but he's got to do something. A few months after inauguration, he hears of a nation. A nation so insignificant that it doesn't even show up on their weather maps. A nation rich with oil, whose government suppressed dissent. A nation which had already alienated much of the global community, all while crafting its own stories for its citizens. A nation where there was already public support for the use of military force.
He's going to be forced to bomb the mall in West Edmonton. Do you support that?
Yes, I do.
But the best part was that this was a nation, not halfway across the world, but rather right at their doorstep. And that is why we need billion-dollar jets. See? It's all tied up in a neat little package and dangling between the legs of one very powerful Toronto-born Calgarian. So how about we quit worrying about what scientists aren't saying and start worrying about what Stephen Harper is. Well, that's it for the ENV tonight. Good luck, everyone. And as always, good night. It is in need of emotional boost. 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 Newly elected. Emotional boost. Newly elected President Bush knows the United States. Boost. I can't do it anymore.